The Depths is set in the 1940s in the quiet seaside town of Knott. Knott itself was built upon a complex labyrinth of underwater caves that are as rich in folklore as they are in natural resources. Local legends weave tales of amphibious humanoids, prehistoric sea monsters, and shipwrecked vessels filled to the brim with worldly treasures. Now, this might have something to do with the disappearance of the local mining crew, but that's where you, the guests, come into play, serving as first responders who can be sent down into the caves to truly discover what happened to the missing mining crew.
So with this particular maze, The Depth, there was nothing that I could go out and buy. There wasn't a catalog that said The Depth's costumes and I could pick and choose from and get my 48 costumes. It's very exciting to create something new and fresh. Two things that we have to think of in the wardrobe is form and function, making sure that the costume is visually really exciting, but also functional for our talent to wear. It's a lot of work to be out there in those mazes, and we always take that into consideration to make sure that the costume, one, works well with the talent, and two, can survive. It's a lot of nights, so we want to make sure that we do form and function to create these costumes. Fishing net became our inspiration. It was one of our through lines for us to take from the beginning of the front of the maze to the back of the maze. In this particular maze, there's 3 sections, so we wanted to make sure that there was a through line of costume pieces through all of those.
In order to bring the water element to life, we use a lot of like rock work to make cavernous areas. We're going to use audio to kind of set the scene of atmosphere inside of the room. There's fog elements. There's like we're gonna simulate a water floor to make it look like you're walking through this pool. All those elements, lighting appropriately. Just to make it seem as it is a cave, a dark cavern.
Special effects are really important for The Depths because it allows us to add elements that we necessarily couldn't do ourselves as a human to operate through the maze. So we're able to take small things and move them, add movements that wouldn't be doable originally to really bring The Depths to life. One of the biggest challenges we've had this year for The Depths is having to move an entire 30-foot room. So in the past we've dropped floors, we've moved things side to side. This will be the first year we actually move an entire room. We've been spending months utilizing special effects to take our guests down into the caves and make them really feel like they're in the depths. It's something we've never done before, and I think it's something that our guests have never experienced.